welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase here on Cable 12. I'm Bob Parcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Thank you very much for watching. As we've said before, we really think it's a big advantage for owners of property to have their listings highlighted on Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase here, and we'll be glad to feature your homes here or land listings of what you have. And again, we think that's a big plus.
We do broadcast it out on the World Wide Web and make sure that we try to get the maximum exposure that we can get for you. If you're interested in buying or selling property, we'd love for you to stop by the office there at 195 South Main Street. That's in Uptown Rocky Mount. You can check out our website at mountaintolake.com. Of course, the website or the phone number is flashing across the screen as well. If you'd like for us to come set up an appointment and meet you when and where it's convenient for you, we can certainly do that. Just give us a call and let us know, and we will be glad to help you in whatever way we can. Bob, this market seems to just continue to be churning along. I think it is safe to say that it's still a seller's market from that standpoint. Inventory is growing some, but I think it's safe to say that it's still a seller's market. And at this point, I would tell you, if you're a buyer, this is not a new song and dance, but I would tell you that you need to have your things in order. You need to have a visit with your lender, have a pre-approval letter ready to go, and let's get ready to get out there and look at some homes. Let's set up an appointment. We'll sit down and go over the documents, the purchase agreements, the disclosures. We'll walk you through all those things so that when we go to look at homes, all we got to focus on is the home itself, because you're ready. If you find one that you want to make an offer on, you're ready to go. Bob, you have anything you want to add there as far as this market and what's going on right now in the real estate world?
No, I think it's great advice for a buyer to have their financing lined up ahead of time to convey to the seller their ability to pay. And I think it's wise to let us go over all the documents that are involved in the offer. So again, as you do find a home of interest or a piece of land, you're just concentrating on that piece of land and not overwhelmed, or there's a lot of paperwork involved.
Amen.
And so that's all behind you and that's all understood. You just focus on the property.
Amen. Well, Bob, you mentioned land, and we happen to have the opportunity to sell and work with buyers on purchasing land. What would you say maybe be a couple, let's say 2 or 3 tips on if you're interested in buying land? What are some things that you would say, okay, here's some things to focus on, Bob? What would you say?
Well, I think first thing is you need more of a down payment to purchase raw land than a home. It's possible to get a 100% loan on a home. Usually it's not the case at all for land.
Right.
I think that's one thing. If you're going to build a home, I think one of the biggest factors are deed restrictions. We always talk about zoning, but the majority of listings have deed restrictions, which may identify or define the square footage minimum, or could be building materials, could be no restrictions, but I think you need to understand those because you may not want to comply with the building or deed restrictions that are there.
Okay.
I think that's important. And then I think the other thing is, land is not apples to apples. A lot of times there's discussion so much per acre, but you could have a tract of land for sale with a lot of road frontage, with power, public water and sewer, or well and septic in place, or groomed for a home site. I could have one that is all wooded, require a lot of money and time to get power where I want to build my house. So it's not apples to apples, and you have to factor in a lot of things to see where am I going to be before I start building my house, given the condition of the lot I'm considering.
Sure.
A little bit, house is somewhat of a finished product. I'm not going to say it's easier to buy a house than land, but some people think so because, again, the house is a finished product and you're looking at what's already there. Land, you're trying to visualize where will my house go and what's it going to cost me to get it to the point of being ready to build.
When you talk about land being there's apples to apples and different things, what would you say would you encourage folks to think about a survey when we're talking about land?
Well, absolutely. I think that would be ideal. I think it's reasonable for a buyer to know where their property lines are. Not all sellers have a current survey. I think the goal for a seller is to sell it, not to come close. It's easy for me to say I'm not paying for the survey, but ideally, in my opinion, a smart seller has their land surveyed. Sometimes they have a soil test. A soil test could take 6 or 7 weeks, may cost the buyer $800. I mean, I end up getting the land if it doesn't perk. So a lot of times a seller will already have a soil test in place.
You bet.
Some actually have a little bit of, have kind of groomed a home site so you can envision where your house should be built.
You bet. Culvert in to give you access off the road.
Not surprisingly, there's a lot of times there are not current surveys on the ground, but you need that when you're talking about your setback. Your soil engineer for the soil test needs to know where the property lines are to be sure they have the proper setback.
You bet. All great words of wisdom there, Bob. We appreciate that. If you guys are interested in buying or selling land, but we'd love to talk with you on that standpoint. And guess what, Bob? What's the first listing we're going to have to show everyone today? It's a land listing on Brooks Mill
How ironic,
Road.
Steve.
You bet. There you go. 13.07 acres, Brooks Mill Road. If you're not familiar, Brooks Mill Road is kind of a connection between Scruggs Road and Old Franklin Turnpike, or Highway 40 East, if you will, east of Rocky Mount. But this Brooks Mill Road property actually has a Glade Hill address. It's a great location there. You're not far from Smith Mountain Lake at all. We've got a little over 13 acres total. 8.5 of that is cleared and currently in hay production. But, if you're interested, there are multiple springs on this property that feeds a creek that has plenty of water. You've got lots of building sites here. There is a portion of the property that is fenced. So if you want to take a look at this property on Brooks Mill Road, give us a call. It is perked on the hill, so there has been some soil test work done here. 638 feet of road frontage on Brooks Mill Road. We'll just run through these pictures real quick. Here's a shot of the stream that's on the property. You can see a little bit of the varied topography that would exist here on Brooks Mill Road in this particular property. A great shot here, but great location, really nice acreage, great home site there on Brooks Mill Road in Glade Hill.
Next we'll travel to southwest Roanoke to this nice home near the Grandin Theater in the Raleigh Court area. It's on the corner of Maiden and Edgewood. There's a really nice yard. It's fenced. It's good for outdoor entertaining. We'll show you some pictures in the back where there's a swing set and a nice deck and a covered screen porch on the back to have some outdoor entertaining. A lot of updates to this home, including updated front porch you see here. Previous updates include roof, windows, and plumbing. You step inside the entry level where you'll find 915 square feet, 2 bedrooms on this level. One of the additions the current owners have done is this nice sunroom addition. They use it as a dining room. It's open to the kitchen. This is a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath home. In addition to the 915 square feet on the entry, there's 740 square feet on the upper level, a very large bedroom and very large closet area. You can see here, updated bath. There's also 382 square feet finished in the lower level, bringing the total square footage to over 2,030. A big ticket item has been a gas furnace and central air replaced in the fall of 2023. I mentioned outdoor entertaining. Off that nice deck is where you see this screened-in porch. Obviously it's covered with a ceiling fan, a television, place to relax back here. Give you the backyard swing set, trampoline, basketball goal, fenced-in yard. Good location. And this is off of Grandin to Maiden to the corner of Maiden and Edgewood in the city of Roanoke. Great location.
Here's a unique property. It was on the market just a couple of days before it went pending, but it's a 1-bedroom, 1.5 bath, a little over 2,600 total square feet. So it has a full basement, so 1,300 square feet on the entry, 1,300 square feet on the lower level. It's not a walkout basement, but it does have a full basement. It is in Callaway. This is right off of Callaway Road. It's up in what I would refer to as the Adney's Gap Adney's Gap area, a location, if you will, of Callaway. You are minutes from the Blue Ridge Parkway. This unique property was actually Adney's Gap Brethren in Christ Church. And you'll see some of those features. You've got still the existing bell tower there, which was kind of nice, and some really rustic, unique wood flooring here throughout this home. But we'll move around and get a chance to see the kitchen. It's, in my opinion, just very well done. A lot of thought went into putting this together. To get on the outside, you get a chance to see some of those updates that were done there on the outside. But great, just a very unique property here on Callaway Road in Callaway.
Next we'll travel to another home in Roanoke, this one in South Roanoke off of Jefferson Street. Very nice home on Stanley Avenue. That's going to be all, again, Jefferson Street to 24th Street, right in the heart of South Roanoke. It's well landscaped, nice level yard, and freshly painted exterior. Great picture here. It's finished square footage on 3 levels. Your total finished square footage is over 3,080. Again, well landscaped. Like this nice sunroom porch area. Nice wood floors. Home also features 10-foot ceilings. One of the major updates is a complete electrical system overhaul, new central air in 2023, a new gas boiler in 2021. You notice these nice wood floors and recessed lighting, updated kitchen, and it's been expanded with new appliances. Like the brick work there in the kitchen, you notice some nice wood floors. This is a 4-bedroom, 4 full bath and 1 half bath home. You have 1,183 square feet on the entry, 1,062 on the upper, and 350 in the lower. Again, your total square footage is over 3,080. This picture is hopefully showing you the extensive updates that have been done to this home in the city of Roanoke. Very convenient to all the amenities of South Roanoke. Just a great location. Good view here of the upper level. Great family room you see in this picture. Recessed lighting. 4 bedrooms, 4 full baths. Always nice to have an unfinished area to keep a close eye on all your plumbing and electrical. Very usable yard. Stanley Avenue in South Roanoke.
All right, so we're going to head from Roanoke to Nature Lane in Union Hall. This is a lake access property, has its own deeded covered boat slip, but a very unique condo here in Lakestone subdivision. As we've talked to previously, the show here, we aired, this home was first aired last week, and you look at this new property, but it was on channel marker BU1, and some of the, and in my opinion, some of the greatest, best views of Smith Mountain Lake that exist in that area. When we talk about things on that front, you know, you get a chance to see what that views are like here in just a minute. But when you think about location, you know, they're in Union Hall and Lakestone subdivision. You think about you know, the updates that have happened to this home. Many of these updates occurred just a couple of years ago, and they would be a new roof. You got new skylights. You've got gutters, interior paint. We've got bathroom renovations. But as you step into this home and you walk in, right out those windows is a great. When I talk about location and the ability to just take in some of those spectacular views, there you've got Smith Mountain right in front of you, just right outside on the deck there, right outside the kitchen and dining room area. A lovely great room here. 2,000, just a little over 2,000 total square feet. You've got right at 968 on the entry, or 484 on the upper level, and 550 on the lower level, which brings us just a little over 2,000 total square feet here. It's just a great location, a great place to take in. Whether you're looking for a primary residence or a secondary home, this is a great spot to do that. We mentioned those bathroom renovations. They took place in 2022. You can see some of the tile. It's the tile showers. This is the primary bathroom. Of course, you can see the granite countertops there. The tile I mentioned in the showers, but those renovations are brand new. Here's a great spot here, the upper level, overlooking, get a shot of some more of those views that exist. They're up on the upper level. Laundry is down on the lower level. Of course, here's out on the deck, and there's that wide water we talked about. A Christmas tree island right here in this location, but great spot. Always got to love a spiral staircase. As I mentioned, it is a covered boat slip, and that's always nice, your ability to keep that boat protected from the weather. It's a great spot, great storage area. Wide open water there, Bob. Great spot there. Nature's Lane in Union Hall. As I mentioned, it's in the Lakestone subdivision.
And both by land and by water, we're going to stay very close to Nature Lane for this property on Land's End. Both those homes are off Dillard's Hill and Union Hall. It's a great location, a gated community. Not far at all from Bull Run, where Steve just showed you Nature Lane. This is about channel marker B11, great section of the lake in my opinion. Home was built in 2005. Entry level features 1,980 square feet. Has a really large great room you see here with a gas log fireplace. Of course, you're going, it's well designed for the lot. A lot of windows to take advantage of those great lake views. There's a large kitchen with butler's pantry, sunroom, and heated tile flooring. Great views of the updated kitchen. Nice sunroom. You can take advantage of those great lake views. The primary bedroom suite has a tray ceiling, walk-in closet, tile, shower, garden tub. Nice covered deck. In addition to the 1,980 square feet on the entry, the upper level features 1,560 square feet, including a second primary bedroom with walk-in closets, jetted tub, and walk-in shower and laundry. Also, two other additional bedrooms, a hall bath with a clawfoot tub. There's also 801 square feet that's finished in the lower level. Lake homes are really nice in that lower level as you come in from the water. That lower level, coming right in off the nice yard.
Gives you a place to shake off all the sand and sun.
Total square footage is 4,341. Nice wet bar. It also has a garage under. As you see in this picture. Nice little patio underneath. Of course, there's a lot of amenities that come with it. Similar to Nature Lane. Those amenities include an in-ground swimming pool, a nice sandy beach with a fire pit. Also has your own boat slip with lift and jet ski port. So I think this is a great location on the lake. Just come down east of Rocky Mount, take a left on Kemp Ford, right on Dillard's Hill, and take a left in the Land's End Circle, and you'll be right there about channel marker B11, Blackwater River.
All right. Well, from Land's End subdivision, we're going to head back to Rocky Mount, and this listing on English Road. If you're not familiar with where English Road is, if you're headed headed south from Roanoke, you would take the third Rocky Mount exit, which would be there at Doe Run. You come up off of 220 and turn left on Doe Run, and about 10.5 miles, you turn right on English Road. This property is on your right, about 1.3 miles down. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. This home was built in 2020, so it is still shining. Everything is still relatively new. 1,400 total square feet here on this 3 bedroom, 2 full bath home. All one level living, entry level laundry, primary bedroom. There is no basement, so everything is all here on the entry level. You can see the luxury vinyl flooring. You can see those granite countertops, nice cabinets, the stainless steel appliances. Everything is updated. You know, when you think about a home that was built in 2020, it's very much been cared for and ready for a new owner. We'll move around, as I mentioned, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. Here's the primary bedroom suite. Their bath goes with that. Sits on 0.81 acres. You've got a nice Trex deck here off the back side of the home, and an additional nice little stone area here of the backyard for you to take in the private setting that exists here with this property on English Road. But just a great spot here, whether you prefer the hammock or the chair. I don't think there's a bad spot, Bob, here on English Road in Rocky Mount.
This will travel to this nice home not far from Cable 12 on Pine Grove Road. It's going to be off Golden View. Immaculate home of over 2,850 square feet, all on one level. Features 5-inch maple and hickory flooring. We have a 4-page list of updates the seller has done to the home. One of the major updates was this sunroom addition you see in the middle of the picture with its own mini split heat pump. Great views, attached 2-car garage, detached 1-car garage with a nice workshop or studio on the back side of this detached 1-car garage. Surrounded by a nice large farm track. Great location, just an immaculate home on Pine Grove Road in Glade Hill.
All right, we're going to head to Ferrum and Union Road. This is downtown Ferrum. Union Road, you've got a great location. You're not far from Ferrum College. You're not far from 77 or the post office or the healthcare center there in Ferrum. But this 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, a little over 1,000 square feet. You've got about 650 square feet on the entry level and 375 on the upper level. You've got 2 bedrooms on the upper level. We'll step inside. You get a chance to see some of these updates. This home has been remodeled, recently remodeled. The updated kitchen includes new cabinetry. You've got a butcher block countertops. You've got new appliances. You can see some of those updates we talked about. Look at that flooring there. They come around. A chance to see new carpet in the bedrooms there. Look at the new paint. I just talked about those updates here. But this home is ready, move-in ready. You've got 2 additional bedrooms upstairs for you to take advantage of. Come around to the outside of the home. You can see the vinyl outside there gives you a chance to, it's pretty much a maintenance-free living. Got a great garden space here, 0.36 acres. You do have a creek that's adjacent, so I guess if you needed to irrigate, you might be able to do a little bit of that here on Union Road in Ferrum. Well, Bob, we've been to Ferrum, we've been to Smith Mountain Lake, we've been all around, been to Roanoke. We're going to head to Bedford now. And this is Beaver Dam Court in the Hemlock Shore subdivision. 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths. We've got a single-car garage underneath the home, as well as a detached 2-car garage that we're going to show you. Always talking about this home, the nice features. You've got the great porches on each, the front and the back side of this home. Just a great spot for you to take in this setting that is in the Hemlock Shore subdivision, which is in good view. Of course, Bedford County, as I mentioned. We'll step inside. You get a chance to see those granite countertops, a nice kitchen area. You've got the laundry on the entry level. Of course, we're moving around. You've got 3 bedrooms here on the entry level, as well as a bathroom. Great spaces here on the entry level. We'll move down on the lower level. Got that nice luxury vinyl flooring throughout. Nice rec room downstairs. A dry patio there under that porch we talked about. Here's that single car garage on the lower level I talked about. And the detached 2-car garage, which gives you plenty of space here to store all of the things that you need. You know, you got get your cars in there, the kayaks, the oars, everything's got to go. Of course, you've got a really great spot here to roast a s'more. I always appreciate a good spot for that. There's a place to grow some vegetables there in the greenhouse. And this kind of gives you a little bit of a layout. If you see where the house sets in relation to the fire pit and the greenhouse, and of course the garage is there on your left, the 2-car garage, and there of course is Beaver Creek right there behind the house, which is a great spot for you to hang out. Here's another great aerial view to kind of give you a picture of how everything comes together. And of course, Beaver Creek there curls right around. This is Beaver Dam Court in Goodview. That would be in Bedford County.
Next, we'll travel a little south of Rocky Mount. This home on Virgil Goode Highway, not far from the Henry section of our county, and also Philpott Lake. Nice level 1-acre yard that's very usable. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. Septic was pumped just a couple months ago. Always important to maybe have that done. Nice covered front porch leads you into the 1-level living home of 1,461 square feet, which features 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and a half bath. There's 2 primary bedroom suites. There's a heat pump to heat and cool it. Another nice feature of this property is the attached buildings. One you see here, and there's 2 24 by 40 metal garages and power. It's been insulated, concrete floors. A little south of Rocky Mount. Cromwell Drive is pending. We hope that closes as scheduled. It's a great location for this home. That's going to be off Scuffling Hill and Glenwood, right in the middle of Rocky Mount. Nice masonry fireplace, crown molding, 2-car garage under, deck on the right side, and paved drive leading in. Cromwell Drive in Rocky Mount.
But another pending listing. This one's another great location, South Main Street. They're right outside of Rocky Mount. You're just minutes from being on 220, and of course minutes from being at the hospital and Harvester and all things that are downtown Rocky Mount. This 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, a little over 1,100 total square feet, is pending as well. But just a great spot here. It's totally updated, free, 1-level living ranch home, South Main Street in Rocky Mount.
Next, we'll travel from Route 40 from Rocky Mount to Ferrum. We found this home on the right, roughly halfway in between. 1,065 square feet on the entry, 310 up. Total square footage there is 1,375 in this 4-bedroom, 1-bath home. Recent updates include a new septic system, new survey, new heat pumps. Recent updates include roof, panel box, windows. Interior and exterior have been recently painted, all new flooring, recessed lighting, new appliances. You have 1-level living with the laundry on the entry level, 2 bedrooms and a full bath on the entry level. New countertops, updated cabinetry. Again, new heat pumps, mini splits upstairs. There's 2 more bedrooms. As you can see, the bathroom has been updated as well. Had this particular listing on the program before, and as I've said, few homes in this price range would have anywhere near the updates you find in this property. Halfway between Ferrum and Rocky Mount on Franklin Street. We'll be glad to give you a tour and show you the new survey.
Well, it's going to wrap things up, Bob. Thank you. Thank you all.
Steve.
Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time on the Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase.